So let's talk about 5 financial lessons you can learn from Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules to Life.
Fine. What is it that you're trying to establish?
There's a difference between saying that there's something you can't say and saying that there are things that you have to say. Arrogant possible statement anyone could ever make.
The book's primary purpose is to provide principles to help you live a more fulfilling and meaningful life and not actually give any specific financial advice. However, there's some general principles in the book that can be applied to the financial aspects of your life, and I'm going to go over just 5 of them. The first rule is rule 1, and it says stand up straight with your shoulders back. It's emphasizing you taking responsibility of your own life, and this also includes your financial situation.
It's partly responsibility. I don't think that people have talked to young people about responsibility in any real sense.
Rather than blaming external forces, you actually assess your financial situation and try and take steps to alleviate that problem. I hear people say all the time that if the income tax was a bit lower, I'd be able to save more and invest more and have more money, which is definitely true. But at the end of the day, you're living in a country where there are rules which are not in your control. Once you understand what environment you are, it's not up to you to decide how to work around that. If the tax rate was lower, we could save more, but it's not going to be lower for the foreseeable future. So you need to take steps to try and circumvent that. That could mean you spending money on less important stuff just so you can have more disposable income at the end of the month. I also hear a lot that people want to become millionaires by 25, 26, 27. If you finish uni and you're currently earning 24K, I can promise you're not going to become a millionaire by 25 or 26. You need to find a job that allows you to become a millionaire, or you need to find a service or a business that allows you to make that sort of money. People always have these big abstract goals, but they never take any full responsibility for them, and they just think it's going to happen by magic somehow. The next principle is rule 6, and it says set your house in perfect order before criticizing the world. And the lesson I got from this rule, which is quite similar to the first one, is people are very quick to try and participate in very complex financial endeavors or actually try and criticize the system all the time, but their personal finances are not even in order. They don't know how to save, how to budget. They don't even understand simple investment terminologies. They want to invest in futures and options, don't understand what a call or a put is. Very easy for people to ignore the basics. Like if you actually don't have a budgeting system and you don't have to save your money monthly, then you have no idea trying to decide what altcoin to buy or what crypto coin to buy. Like
Dogecoin is going to the moon.
Get your house in order first. First solve the basic problems and then think about, okay, let me try and gain some financial knowledge by reading different books. I can see what other complex stuff I can do. If you're enjoying the video so far, drop a like and leave a comment. It goes a long way. Next rule is rule 7, and it says pursue what's meaningful. When making financial decisions, you need to consider the long-term impact on your life and your well-being. You more need to be making investments for the long term and not the short term.
Convinced you're not a good cellist, you're not going to go out and try it. But people are buying stocks anyway. They're not discouraged, they just think it's a gamble.
There's a big temptation to treat the financial markets as some sort of casino where you try and make short-term gains, and this is only exacerbated by a lot of day traders go online on Instagram or on TikTok and flaunt their wealth. So people think, oh, day trading is quite easy. If I get into it, I'm going to become a millionaire. And 98 or even 99% of day traders don't make money. Most of them don't make money, and the ones that do are ex-traders from big banks and big hedge funds who then set up their own private practice. So please try and invest for the long term. The returns might not be as sweet by going all in on Dogecoin in 2020, but you need to ensure that you actually have a long-term financial outlook for your future, not just in investing, but also in debt. The worst financial decision you can make when you're young is to try and get a lot of credit card debt. This is the worst thing you can do, especially if it has high interest, because more times than not, people get credit card debt because they want to show off and be able to buy stuff they can't afford. They want to go on holiday with random girls, and it just leads to you being in a bad financial situation. The next principle is rule 4, and it says compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not to who someone is today.
Well, you got to improve, right? And you might think, well, I'm a real fixer-upper and I'm really embarrassed about that because there's 50 things wrong with me, and like, look at that guy, and so now I feel all terrible because of the comparison and all of that.
And what I took from this rule is don't try and compare yourself to people that you see online, like they're 21 and they're millionaires. Everyone is on their own journey. Just because you're 21 and you know a 21-year-old in Dubai is a millionaire doesn't really matter. Focus on you improving yourself every single day. You set your own goals. At the end of the day, your investment goal would differ from mine and will differ from my sister's. As long as you know what you're doing, and each day or each month or each year your financial situation is improving, you're reducing your debt, you're investing more money, that's all you should care about. The last principle I'll talk about is rule 9. Assume that the person you're listening to might know something that you don't. But what I took from this rule is, when it comes to financial matters, be open to learning from other people. And that's what I literally do, whether it's through books, mentors, or even listening to podcasts. Like, to improve your financial situation, you need to learn more and more. You need to learn about pensions, you need to learn about stocks, about bonds, about options, about credit cards, about what asset classes are. So many different financial terms you have to learn. When you want to buy your first property, you need to learn about mortgages, about repayment, about tenure, about leasehold, about freehold. Like, the only way to improve your financial situation is to learn more. And the way I've been learning is via podcasts. I listen to a lot of financial podcasts. I listen to the Micro Hive podcast, where Bilal Hafiz brings on different guests to talk about what's going on in the economy. JP Morgan has a podcast. I listen to the Money Week podcast, which is about investing. I listen to the Macro Trading Flow podcast, which is about day trading. I listen to Goldman Sachs Exchanges podcast. Like, there's so many different financial materials online. There's even some good financial TikTok people. So just make sure you're always learning and always enhancing your knowledge. I remember during C20, all of my friends wanted to start doing futures and options, and they've never done stocks before. How can the first thing you want to invest in be a Tesla option when you don't even know what a Tesla stock is? I actually don't even know how to understand what's currently going on in the financial market. You have to understand that there's like a level 1 and there's like a level 10. To get to level 10 is via reading and educating yourself. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you found that useful. Like, comment, subscribe, and actually comment trading down below. And I know you made it to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.